All right, sir, what is your name and where are we right now?
My name is Greg Turner, and we are at my store, Get Brick. We are an independent Lego store located right downtown here in Johnson City, Tennessee.
How did you start this store?
So 2020, when we were all shut up and locked in, kind of got back into Lego. I came across a tub of vintage Legos at a yard sale, put them all back together. I was like, okay, cool. Put them on eBay, sold them all. And then I just kind of left my dark ages, as we call it in our industry, and got bit by the bug big time and just started buying bulk lots. There was a lot of stuff coming out of the closets and the attics and the garages during COVID when everybody was home cleaning out everything. And then started buying new sets, and so it just snowballed. Ended up filling 2 rooms at the house to the point where my wife in 2023 had had enough and said, get it out of the house, go open a store. You've been in brick and mortar for 20 years with your other business, just do it. So December 23, we opened up at the space next door, 1,500 square feet. We realized about 5 months in that it was not going to be big enough. The demand was way more than we anticipated. So we moved over here in August of last year.
What is it about Lego that you feel is timeless?
Well, the bricks from the 60s and the bricks from today are all compatible. They work together. It's timeless. Interesting question.
Or is that the wrong word?
No, I don't think it's the wrong word. I mean, for me, timeless. Maybe it's a hearkening back and remembering my childhood. I'm not into sports, never have been. Wasn't into like sports collectibles. I wasn't into video games, but I was always into Lego as a child. Now I get to share that joy with my 3 sons, and then my daughter, who's only 4 months, will be hopefully enjoying that as well as she gets older. So I just think it's a great toy product, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it stimulates the brain, the imagination. It's great for hand motor skills. It teaches you how to follow directions properly. So it's just I'm pretty good at assembling IKEA furniture now, I think, from it. But yeah, no, I just think it's a great all around product.
Can you show me one in here that you are the most excited about a set, or the most interesting one, the most rare one?
Gosh.
I don't know. I have to be honest, I don't know anything about Lego.
So we specialize in buying collections. So we get a lot of retired sets. We get vintage sets, a lot of them sealed. We do carry used and current sets as well. But so because we get a lot of collections, we come across a lot of older stuff, or maybe 5 years, 10 years, 20-year-old stuff. Right now, the Rebel Blockade Runner here in the black and white box was a special edition. That's a really uncommon Star Wars set. They did do a re-release of that, and the box was a colored version. That set fetches over $2,000. It's just a really rare set. We don't get too many of them. That's a really cool set. We did put out a handful of other Star Wars today that are kind of notable, like the Grievous Starfighter here, maybe a little hard to see here, a larger one here on the end. So that's a really cool thing there. Again, something we just don't see a lot of. For me, I'm a castle pirate guy. So things like this Kingdom's Castle, I mean, I think this is just an absolutely fabulous set. The color scheme is great. The Knights Jousting, it's just an amazing set. And then the Queen Anne's Revenge from the Pirates of the Caribbean. This one's a retired one. Pirates are my passion with Lego, especially the vintage stuff, but I love any of it. So that one would be in my personal collection if I didn't already have it in my personal collection. So that's a really cool set that I really enjoy. But I mean, honestly, I like a lot of them. Star Wars is definitely our #1 seller. I think it's Lego's #1 seller as well. We carry a very large selection of new, current, retired, used, vintage. So we're always looking for that kind of stuff. We just put out quite a few more sets today, just in time for the holiday.
Who are the biggest, the demographic that you think is your biggest customer?
So my biggest demographic is probably 25 to 50-year-old men. That's where the majority of the money comes from, generally buying for themselves. They're reliving their childhood. I mean, they have money to burn now, like me, maybe not big into sports. But they're passionate for Lego. But we get all ages. I mean, we get the little kids, obviously. And I think our oldest customer that bought for themselves was a lady like 92 years old or something like that. But 25 to 50-year-old men, that's the majority of my demographic, yeah.
Why do you think it's important to relive your childhood? What's the benefit of that?
God, life moves so fast, right? I mean, especially in today's age. I mean, everything just keeps getting faster and faster and faster. I mean, with the internet, AI, God forbid, will probably be the end of us. I think being able to slow down, have something that's going to take your time, that's not a screen flashing or playing a video game, to me, that just, I don't know. I think that really is important in this day and age, is just to be able to kind of slow down a little bit. And, whether it's you're by yourself or your spouse, or you're spending time with your family, your kids, I just think, what better way to do it other than Lego? It's just a great way to do it.
Do people ever express that to you when they come in and say, man, Lego has helped me through tough times?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of people. I mean, we have quite a few of our clientele are on the spectrum, and they are, Lego's done a lot for them. We have one young man, I mean, he's high school, getting ready to go into college, and his mother wrote me a very heartfelt letter, just how much the store meant to him and how much Lego has meant to him, and just things like that makes you a little teary-eyed, So, yeah.
Was this one of the stories when you never thought you would ever have a Lego store, but here you are, or was this a dream?
It was never my intention to have a Lego store. I've been in the mineral and fossil industry for 20 years. I'm actually on the store next door as well. We have multiple locations, so I've done that for 20 years. That's my main bread and butter, my livelihood. I built that business over 20 years, so I was able to kind of step back. Waited a little late in life to have kids, so kind of spent, when my kids were younger, kind of, spent a lot of time at home with them because I was able to do that. Again, my wife wanted the Lego out of the house. We opened the store, never anticipating the demand to be there. Johnson City's not a large city. I mean, we're the Tri-Cities area, but still, we don't have a ton of people around here, and we get customers driving regularly from 3 and 4 hours away, once a month, once every couple weeks. So we realized that regionally the demand was really there, and the demand here is really strong. And being that we specialize in purchasing collections, you can't find, over half of our inventory at a Lego store or Walmart or Target. I mean, yeah, you can find online, eBay, whatever. So we're kind of a destination shop. I mean, people specifically come here just to see us. And then, hopefully they'll enjoy the town and hit some other stores while they're here. But it never in my wildest dreams. I mean, to go from 1,500 square feet and in 6 months realize, oh gosh, this isn't big enough, to move into 4,000. We're currently renovating the second floor to open up next spring. We're maybe more Lego, maybe toys. We're still not 100% of what we want to do up there yet, so.
As a small business owner, what's the biggest obstacle or threat to your success?
For me, honestly, I think for most small business owners, it's a frustration of maybe getting going and the cash flow isn't there, and thinking they can rely off that business for their living. You can't do that. I mean, I was fortunate I have another business. I didn't need an income from this. It was never started say, oh, I need a livelihood. That's not why I did this. I just literally started taking a paycheck about 2 months ago, and that was because the accountant was like, you're going to get killed come tax time. You got to start taking some money and paying the taxes up front. But, I think that's a big thing is people, starting their own business and not having enough reserves and pulling too much money from their business, and then they get discouraged. Or if you don't want to work 60 or 70 or 80 hours a week, do not start your own business. I mean, James can tell you, I'm not here on the weekends because I'm with the family, but I'm here generally about 10 hours every day, Monday through Friday. If I need to come in after hours, if there's a problem, I'm here. You're never off the clock. I mean, I was sitting at home last night for an hour, computing prices for another small collection I'm buying, and it was 9:30 at night and I'm still working, So if you don't have a drive and determination and the desire, you're not going to make it yourself, But if you have those things, you can do anything.
What was your career before this? What was your first big job, your first, you probably had many, I'm going to guess, but.
So I'm a high school dropout. I dropped out of high school in my sophomore year. So when I was in high school, I had a route selling reptiles to all the pet stores in upstate South Carolina. So I was making probably more money than my mother at the time, and it just didn't work for me. College is, high school and college is great if that's the route you want to go. To me, business is what I knew. I remember selling Dum Dum suckers in first grade for like 10 cents when you could buy them for a penny, like, so I was always kind of hustling and making money. So I did that while I was in high school. I was also breeding snakes for private collectors and zoos. I got out of that because I wanted to travel and I couldn't go anywhere. I had like 150 venomous snakes at one time. Worked some restaurant jobs on and off, co-owned a bakery for a little while that had a partner that just didn't work hard enough, so it just didn't happen. Got into the mineral industry through a gift for a quartz crystal at a music festival. Started vending at the music festival scenes, then got into doing the trade shows for the minerals and fossils, which I still attend, the two largest in the country every year, which is in Arizona and Colorado. And then, like I said, just kind of stumbled into the Lego thing, and I've loved it. It's just been so much fun. I've met so many people, and it's just been a blast,
Yeah.
Been a blast.
Yeah. Are certain people born with a business sense? Because you said that the official route of an education, the normal route, was not for you, but you always had a business mind. Do you believe some people have are born with an innate business sense? Or
I think, there's kind of two types of people. There's leaders, there's followers, right? I think leaders can start businesses. Followers make good employees if they're molded and done right. And it both are important, right? We need both in this world. One's not lesser than the other. But I think for me, it kind of came naturally to see a niche that needed to be filled. Like, hey, nobody's doing this. Or like, we don't have one of these in this area. I think it'll work. And then having the gumption, the money, the time, the desire to do it, it's, when we renovated this store, when we renovated the store next door, the walls that were built, the drywall that was done, the painting that was done, it was me. I had a helper, I had a buddy helping, but it wasn't a crew that came in and did all this. It was my blood, sweat, and tears, and I think that goes a long way, as far as you kind of can feel it, you know what I mean? And it makes the store work, I think, yeah.
What makes you happiest in life, Greg?
My family, 100%. Family's always first, right? Yeah.
And what makes you sad?
Family that's not with us. Indifference, suffering. Yeah.
So what's next for you? Is this going to be your store forever?
Oh gosh.
Are you going to have this place? What are you? Where are we headed from here?
Hopefully I'll retire one day with a little speakeasy bar. That's kind of like my retirement goal. It's just I'm not a big drinker. I rarely drink, but I'd love to have just like a little speakeasy kind of hole in the wall, have some music, and yeah. But I don't know. If you'd asked me 5 years ago if I'd have a Lego store, I'd be like, you're out of your mind. So here we are. I don't know what the future holds, but I just kind of try to pick the ball up and run with it, as it sees fit. Yeah.
All right. And this is the part when I pan over to show the store at the end. And cut, Greg. You crushed it, man.
Well, thank you.
I know I put you on the spot.
That's okay. I do a lot of
great.
Instagram, so I've gotten used to at least talking to my phone.
Yeah. Okay, so we're now the most traveled channel in America. We've seen so many places and continue to get into the rest of America. If you're looking to move and you want help with the real estate agent or need ideas on where you can move, email me or click the link in the description. My video call consulting program might be perfect for you. I also have a new ebook. It's a comprehensive guide on the best and sometimes worst parts of the country that you can move to. We update that book all the time as we travel. The details for the consulting program and the ebook are in the description below. If you want Mappy merch, like t-shirts, stickers, and mugs, there's a link to my store in the description, or just click store at the top of the channel. You should think about joining as a channel member. Click the link in the description, or click on membership at the top of the page, or just scan this QR code on your screen. As a member, you'll get to see all the excerpts, Mappy bloopers, and uncensored content. There's even stuff I did back in college on there. I also do cameos. I can send your birthday wishes or hellos or whatever you want in a video message straight to your inbox. The link to my Cameo page is in the description. That's it. Thanks for watching.